Welcome to Business Matters, a program produced by the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce in conjunction with ActonTV. I'm your host, Kathleen McDonald, Executive Director of the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce. Business Matters is a program which features chamber members and highlights information important to businesses in the Middlesex community. Today we have the pleasure of welcoming to Business Matters Holly Kouvo, who is the owner of Fitting Fitness Inn, a personal training company. Holly is a certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, writer, and speaker. Holly's focus has been helping people lose hundreds of pounds. For the past 6 years, Holly has been working with people over age 50, helping them lead healthy, active lives through exercise and healthy eating. She's also released an exercise DVD called Total Body Workout, Just Easy on the Knees in 2006, and just recently has released her book, Fitting Fitness Inn for Weight Loss and Healthy Living. Welcome to Business Matters. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you, Kathleen. It's great to be here.
Great. Let's start out by talking about the impetus for starting your business. What was that all about?
Well, I worked in high tech, and I always taught aerobics on the side. And I wanted to make a difference one-on-one with people, specifically people that needed to lose a lot of weight. I also wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids. So it was important to get out of high tech and get into my own business, and I could control my schedule. So that's where I went, and I figured I'd grow my business as my children grew. And now my youngest is a senior in high school, so it's going very well.
So your plan has worked out.
It's working.
Excellent, excellent. So tell me, why should someone work with a personal trainer?
Well, I think you need to work with a personal trainer, a certified personal trainer, in order to get the results that you want. People go to the gym, they do the same program over and over again, and your body gets used to that, so it no longer gives you results. You need to change it up, and a personal trainer is going to know what exercises are the most effective for you. They're going to know what to give you to work around any physical issues that you have, and they're going to meet your goals by giving you exactly what you need to achieve them.
That's great. And most personal trainers work in a gym, I understand. So how and where do you work with people?
Well, I work with people in their homes. So I'll go to their home. They only need a balance ball and some dumbbells. That's all, and I can give them programs for years. But I also work with people online in my virtual fitness and my virtual jumpstart to fitness and my virtual weight loss clinics. The online programs are really flourishing now. It's really happening for me.
That's speaking to a lot of different industries that people are finding that the internet and online is where it's at. Yeah. So your niche has been helping people who have to lose significant amount of weight, and you're working with people over the internet now. So can really weight loss be achieved without you working with them 2 to 3 times a week?
Yes. Well, even with my one-on-one clients, I only meet with them once a week, because my goal is to educate them, motivate them, empower them to be able to exercise on their own. They have to make it part of their lifestyle. So whether I'm working with them one-on-one in person or if I'm online with them, I'm still doing the same thing. Online, we may talk once a week or we may talk once every 2 weeks. They have an exercise program. They can print it out or they can watch the video of each exercise. They get daily motivational emails. We have a Facebook group that they can go on, and everybody is working together, and they can post together at any time. Also, most of my programs have a monthly webinar, and it's an interactive webinar, so everybody's interacting on the webinar. And whether you miss it or not, it's usually recorded so you can view it again another time.
So you're really providing a support environment for them as well.
Right.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. I recall that you were talking about people gaining 11 pounds over the holidays.
Yes.
I guess that's really true.
It is. The average person gains 11 pounds between Halloween and New Year's. You know, everybody has those fat jeans that they fit into. What happens is you're going to all these events and these parties, and you're eating foods that you don't normally eat, and most of them are heavier in fat or sugar-laden foods, and you're not getting the exercise that you normally do. You're probably drinking a little more alcohol than you normally do, and so that weight comes on, and you pull out those fat genes. That's why January is a big month for people to, go for the weight loss, get into the gyms.
Right. New Year's resolutions, right?
Right.
But the holidays are a stressful time, and some people who are stress eaters,
Exactly.
that can bring out that also.
That is definitely true. As a matter of fact, I'm speaking at an online summit in December for how to avoid stress over the holidays.
Oh, wow. Perfect. Perfect. So those New Year's resolutions that we make that are just around the corner, given that it's December now, I would imagine you're probably a very busy person come January 1.
Yes. Well, actually, what I find is that I become very busy the third week in January. And my theory is that people that make their New Year's resolutions either to lose weight or to exercise more and be healthy, and they last about 3 weeks. So that's why the gyms are always busy the first 3 weeks of January. And then they kind of, wane off of it a little bit. And if they're really serious, that's when they realize I need to hire somebody who's going to help me achieve my goals. And that's when I start seeing people getting serious about it. And so it's usually the third week in January.
Yep. Achieving this goal.
I can't do it on my own. I don't know what I'm doing. I need, help.
And you recently released your book, Fitting Fitness In for Weight Loss and Healthy Living. Where can people buy this wonderful book?
Well, they can get it on my website, fittingfitnessin.com. They can buy it on Amazon. They can get it locally at Kilby Books, Video Signals in Maynard.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you have many different distribution channels for your book, which is excellent. And in this whole process of becoming a published author, tell me about what you learned about yourself and your business through writing your book.
Well, what I did learn is that I have a hard time sitting down and writing for hours. I'm not somebody who sits for a long length of time, but I kept getting distracted, everything else I had to do, and it's been a long-term goal of mine to write a book, so at some point you have to move it from the long-term goal to the short-term goal. And so one of my friends, Julie, said, well, why don't you go up to my lake house and just spend the weekend and write? So I did that. In the middle of the winter, I went to her lake house and I just wrote the whole weekend and had no other distractions, so it was great. And one of the other reasons I was writing the book is that I like to do speaking engagements. I speak about fitness, weight loss, motivational speaking, and when you have a published book, you have the opportunity to speak at larger conferences, and so that's a goal of mine as well.
Tell me about what kind of things you share in your book.
Well, I share how you can fit fitness into your daily lives, how you can fit fitness in anywhere, whether you're in the grocery store. You could be doing bicep curls with a gallon of milk, or you could be doing calf raises while you're standing in line at the RMV, or you could be doing push-ups against the counter while you're waiting for the microwave. You could be doing lunges while you're brushing your teeth. I mean, there's all sorts of things. I talk about healthy eating. I talk about motivation, how to stay motivated. I talk about the different types of exercises and the cycle of programs that you go through. I have my Holly's Helpful Hints in there, which are podcasts from my radio spot that I've had for 2.5 years. And I have some of my favorite healthy recipes in there as well.
Wow, sounds like you've really been able to, from soup to nuts, you've really been able to help people, on the physical level, with the cooking, with the motivation. Excellent, excellent.
It's a short read, but it gets everybody started on their way to weight loss and healthy living.
That's great. And I understand you've been speaking a great deal lately about what you call Brains and Balance class. Can you fill us in on what that is?
Yeah, that's a Brains and Balance class. I'm teaching it in Boxborough and in Littleton for seniors right now.
Oh, okay.
And it's a class, studies show that when you increase your cognitive ability, it increases your balance. And when you increase your balance, it increases your cognitive ability. So the class is structured so that we do a balance activity, and then we do a brain drill for your cognitive ability. So one of the balance activities may be I put a piece of painter's tape on the ground in a straight line, and then you walk on it, tandem walking, which is heel to toe, you know, heel to toe. And that's not so easy to do. I mean, if you get pulled over, when the police pull somebody over thinking they're under the influence and they make you walk a straight line, that's not even easy to do when you're sober, let alone if you've been drinking. So that's one of the activities. And then a brain drill may be, we give 2 equations and we say which one is less. So they have to solve the equation and then tell us whether it's less or we show a picture of a scene from a movie and they have to tell us what the movie is. Something to engage activity in the brain in areas that they haven't used in a while.
And what kind of results have you seen?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I can see a difference sometimes from the beginning of a class to the end of the class.
Wow.
I had some people that came in with a cane, and by the 4th session, the 4th class, they weren't using the cane.
My goodness, that's
a lot
fantastic.
of it is posture too, and core strength. So what I tell people is bring those shoulders up, push them back, bring them down, so that your shoulders are over your hips are over your feet. That's good posture. And then tighten your core, and that helps you with balance. So part of it, when your mom always told you, sit up straight, stand up straight, it really works.
She knew what she was talking about, didn't she? So tell me, what tips would you offer someone who wants to lose weight?
Well, I would say that it's not just the exercise. You have to eat supportively as well. And that means watch your portions, try to reduce the amount of fatty foods that you eat, try to reduce the sugar that you eat. Eat foods that will help speed your metabolism. Think of your metabolism like a fire in the fireplace. When you feed it a log, it burns at a higher rate. While your body, when you feed it food, it's going to burn it's going to increase your metabolism and burn at a higher rate all day. If you wait 5 hours to feed the fire another log, it dies down. So does your metabolism. So it's important to eat every 3 to 3.5 hours. That keeps it burning at a higher rate, a steady rate all day long. Now, what you eat makes a difference too. You want to combine a lean protein with a starchy carb and a fibrous carb, and that makes it a very thermic meal. A thermic meal is one in which your body will burn a lot of calories just digesting. So the more thermic meals that you have during the day, the better off you are, the more calories you burn.
Yes, makes total sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, how can people be in contact with you?
Well, they can reach me from my website, fittingfitnessin.com. They can find my Facebook page, I'm on Twitter, or they can just give my business a call.
Well, we're so thrilled that you came to Business Matters today, and thank you. It's been really informative, and we wish you the very, very best of success with your book and with your business, Fitting Fitness In.
Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Thank you. And thank you for watching. I would like to remind our viewers to mark your 2017 calendars now for the Chamber's wonderful annual awards celebration and scholarship fundraiser event, taking place on Thursday, February 9th at the Westford Regency from 5 to 9. For more information, please go to the Chamber's website at mwcoc.com. We will be back shortly with our next guest.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to Business Matters. And now I have the pleasure of welcoming to Business Matters Debbie Owen, who's the founder of Winning Content Strategy. Welcome.
Thank you, Kathleen. It's really great to be here.
I'm so glad you are. That's great.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I spent 12 years as a public school library teacher. And so I taught kids how to find and evaluate and synthesize information. And while I was a teacher, I was also published in several peer-reviewed journals. And I also got a couple of books on Amazon, so I've done a lot of writing, and I know a lot about how to find stuff online. And after that, I ended up going to, for a variety of reasons, I decided to leave the teaching position, and I started my own business. And long story short, I ended up working as a content management specialist and a copywriter, and so that's where I am right now. So it's taken a few years to move in transition from being a school teacher to a content managing specialist, but that's where I am now.
Excellent. It's so great to hear people's journeys.
Yeah.
It really is. It's very inspiring for all of us.
Yeah.
Very, very good. So tell us a little bit about the services that Winning Content Strategy provides.
What we do is we help our clients develop a terrific relationship with their prospects and their current customers. And we do that through all kinds of content, which really just means information. It's anything that involves words, whether it's a video or it's blog posts or other kinds of articles, or what we call lead magnets, which is a way to get people to opt in online and join your email list, email series. So anything that involves words. I mean, we'll write video scripts for people as well. Just almost anything that involves, creating a message, getting that message out to an audience, and getting those people in your door.
So vital to all businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. And the term content marketing is something that's been around for a while, but it's used so much. I would appreciate knowing what you consider what the definition is.
Yeah, sure. Define content marketing.
Yeah.
Well, content, as I just said, is really information. It's words, and it can be anything. It can be video, it can be audio, it can be pictures, it can be words, actual text. So all of that is content. And what we're doing is we're sending traffic, we're sending new prospects, new leads to whatever content or information that we're creating. The idea is it's actually a long-term strategy. It's not a quick fix. So it's a long-term strategy where the business owner and their audience, their market, develop a really mutually profitable relationship over time, with the idea that the business owner will acquire new customers and get increased business from their current customers.
That's great.
Yeah,
and
that's
where
really
the
the definition.
strategy comes in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Exactly.
It's a strategy.
Excellent, excellent. Tell me, what kind of forms of content should particularly small business entrepreneurs focus on?
I think the best way for a small business is to use social media. You know, you've just got to be on social media. If you're not on social media, you're leaving money on the table, and you're leaving your ability to impact your market. And ideally, you need to find out where your market is found online. If you're a more professional type of organization, maybe LinkedIn is your best option. If you're talking to a lot of soccer moms, probably Facebook is your best option. If you're talking to millennials, you want to be actually on Snapchat and Instagram. And so you really need to be figuring out where are they, and that's where you want to go. So social media is the first place a small business should be. The second place is they should be gathering emails through lead generation, through lead capture, and I help my clients figure out what's the best way to do it. I mean, a lot of small businesses, they'll just have a place where you sign in, and write down your email address. There's much better ways to do. I mean, that's not bad. You can certainly do that, but there are much better ways to do that too. And so you should be writing to them on a regular basis, at least weekly, if you can. Just an email. You want to stay top of mind. That's
so important.
The whole idea about content marketing, is to stay top of mind for people who either haven't bought from you yet, and as well from your current clients and customers, so that you keep them coming back.
That's so important. And from a marketing perspective, tell me about the different types of customers that are out there.
All right, I'm going to get a little bit technical here, but it's important for a business owner to understand this. So there are people who don't even know, for instance, that you exist, all right? They know they kind of have a problem, but they don't know that you exist. So we call those people problem aware. I mean, some people don't even know they have a problem yet, even though they do. And we know, how many people will say to their spouse, you really have to go have the doctor check this because it's bothering me, even if it's not bothering you. So yeah, some people are just in denial. But moving kind of up the ladder, I call it the prospect awareness ladder. Moving up the ladder are people who are problem aware. They know they have a problem. They may not be able to articulate it very well, which is where the content marketing helps them begin to articulate, what's my problem, how do I describe this, why is this bothering me? You know, we have this little niggling thing in the back of our brain saying, I don't feel right about this. Well, the reason for that is because that part of our brain, the amygdala, which is in that fight or flight part of our brain, that's not where the speech part of our brains are located. And so that's why you just have this feeling that something's not right and you can't articulate it. And so what we do as a content marketer is, or as all entrepreneurs, is we articulate that problem and move them up the ladder. Now they are not just problem aware, now they're solution aware. And they're aware of the fact that, you know, there are ways to solve this problem. This is what it is, I can describe it, and I know people can solve this problem. We give them hope. And then we move them up the ladder. And now they are product aware or service aware, and they say, not only is there a way to solve this problem, but these are the 3 possibilities for me to be able to, I can buy from this person, or this person. And ideally, if we as the content marketer are the first persons or the first business to educate them about their problem, they're going to remember us first, and they'll be more inclined to purchase the solution from us at the end.
Yeah. So in terms of a content marketing strategy, how do you approach what we call a cold versus a warm traffic?
Yeah,
you know, we have different levels of connection.
Yes, yes. So that cold traffic is going to be at that bottom of the ladder where they're, you know, just barely problem aware. And you can't give them too much information, actually, because they don't have the attention span. They don't know you, they don't like you, and they don't trust you yet. So you have to just give them something quick, short, and easy to consume. That's why social media is really great.
Yes.
Or a short blog post, you know, 250, 300 words. Or an advertisement that just, you know, really points out the problem to them and says there's a possible solution. As they become a little bit more familiar with who you are, because you're educating them, this is really education marketing. That's really what it is.
Yes.
As you educate them and they become warm, because they begin to, okay, now they know you, and you begin to get them to like you because you're providing them with information that's useful to them. And once they begin to like you, then they move further up the ladder again, now they're up to product aware, and now you can give them, you know, now they trust you, and once they trust you, then they're willing to take out their wallets. You can't offer that bottom of the ladder, you can't offer that person an opportunity to buy because they won't. They're not ready. And that's why you need to move them up that ladder until they're ready to buy. Once they know you, like you, and trust you, then they're ready to pull out their wallets and buy from you.
And it's really an education process in many ways from the business perspective about educating and knowing your potential customers and clients.
Yes.
So it's an education on your part as well as you're educating the customer and client.
Even before you have a product, you should be doing intense market research. So I don't even put out a product there. You know, it's like a pizza place. They wouldn't. It would be a dumb idea to put a pizza place somewhere if you haven't done the research to make sure that there's enough foot traffic, there's enough visibility, there aren't 3 other pizza places on the other corners nearby. So all of that market research is really important. And if you're not, you know, a brick and mortar kind of a place, maybe you're going to be doing, let's say you provide clothing for women. You know, you're going to make sure that the demographic in your area are women of a certain age, of a certain income bracket, of a, you know, you go on and on. You've got to know who your customers are.
Absolutely.
And that they're
very
there.
Critical. Very critical.
Yeah.
So tell us about your process for helping your clients create that wonderful content.
Yeah, so what we do is we believe strongly that the business owner needs to focus on what they're best at, and that is whatever it is, whatever service or product they're providing. There's no way one person or, you know, a small organization can do everything, so outsource it. And so that's what we do. We provide the opportunity for them to outsource their marketing and all of their content creation, and we do that usually through interviews, and then we turn the interview through, we get a transcription of the interview, and then we turn that into the content, preserving our client's voice, which is so important.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some people are going to be fun and funky, and others are going to be more professional, and that's what we do well, is we preserve our client's voice. Because we know them well enough, we do these interviews, we get the transcriptions, and we're able to create content that really reflects who they are.
Very, very important. So Can you tell me what's the biggest mistake that business owners make in their content marketing strategy?
That goes back to what we were saying just a moment ago, and that is not really knowing your audience well enough. Because you need to know what their pains, their problems, and their predicaments are.
The 3 Ps.
Yeah, the 3 Ps, in order to identify what solution you can provide for them in order to solve that problem. And every business is solving some sort of a problem. You know, whether it's boredom or it's they need clothes or they're ready for some food or whatever it is. Every business is a solution of some sort to some problem.
Yes.
And you got to be able to identify what that problem is in order to serve it.
And why should a small business entrepreneur work with a copywriter like yourself?
Well, and that's where we come in, because as I started to say, the business owner should really focus on what they do best. And you shouldn't try to do everything. It's not possible to be a jack of all trades and have an efficient business that's making a decent return. So that's the first thing. The second thing is copywriters are specifically trained to be able to use psychological persuasion techniques, honestly, that really kind of hit at the core, the emotional core of what is unsettling for their audience. Why is this person having this problem? What are they struggling with? And so that's the great thing that a copywriter can bring. And they're also kind of an objective point of view. They, you know, sometimes the business owner is just too into it.
Too close to it.
Too close to it.
Let's talk a little bit about email marketing.
Yeah.
Because all of us, to a certain extent, are involved with email these days. How can a small business entrepreneur use it specifically to grow that business?
This goes again to collecting all of the email addresses, as many as you can, and then creating what we call, it's an autoresponder series. And that means once they join your list, they get automatically several emails in a row that are nurturing the relationship that you have with them. That's the key thing about content marketing, is it's nurturing a relationship over a period of time. That's why I say it's not a quick fix. It's something where you are helping your prospects and your customers, you're helping them solve some problems, you're giving them valuable, useful content. You tell them what their problem is and why they have it. And then you kind of, you know, maybe you give a little bit of the how, but mostly if they want the how, then they need to come, you know, how do I solve this? Then they need to come see you. But the email nurturing sequence is absolutely critical in terms of developing that relationship. It's just when it comes to content, at any rate, that's a really critical part of it.
And in business, and certainly in what you're suggesting is, it's that development of the relationship that creates that customer loyalty as well.
Absolutely. It's brand recognition, customer loyalty, and those are all the pieces that come together as you provide valuable information that helps your prospects and your customers.
So quickly, we're just finishing up, but I wanted to mention that you also lead mastermind groups. Can you give us a little idea of what that's all about? Whet our appetites?
Yeah, sure. So I'm just getting started. I have, you know, big dreams for having a whole bunch of masterminds all around the region, but we're just getting started in our local area. And the idea is masterminds provide 4 things. They provide connections with other people. Some of it's networking, sure, which you can get at any networking group, and I think networking groups are valuable for sure. But you also recognize that you can do joint venture partnerships. How can we help each other? How can we, you know, if we've got the same market or the same niche, even if we're providing different services, how can we support each other? So those connections are really important. Another piece of it is just peer support. People who are kind of at the same level as you, maybe a couple above, a couple below, and we're just working together to support each other. Oh, I tried that, it didn't work for me, let me tell you what worked. You know, that kind of a thing, what's working now. Another piece is accountability. And all of us, our natural reaction is to procrastinate. And when you know that somebody's going to be saying to you tomorrow, you know, last week you said you were going to do this, and you haven't done it yet, I'll tell you, there have been many nights I've stayed up late doing what I said I was going to do because I had accountability with somebody the next day. And then the 4th piece is mentoring. And so I bring as much information as I can to the group. We'll take turns with other people who have special expertise if they want to share it with the group. And I have a lot of connections, and we'll bring guest speakers by Skype if we have to share specific marketing and business issues that the group decides are important that they want to learn about.
Great.
So
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, you're a very busy lady, and we wish you much, much success with your business, and thank you for visiting us at Business Matters.
This is great. Thank you so much, Kathleen.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
You're most welcome. And for our viewers, I do want to mention to all of our business professionals and business owners in Middlesex community, I encourage all of you to start off this new year, 2017, with following through on your New Year's resolutions to invest in your careers and businesses' success by joining the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce. Take advantage of the many benefits of membership that available through our vibrant, dynamic chamber. There's networking opportunities that help you make the connections so vital to your business and your career. There's promotional opportunities with avenues to expand exposure for you and your business through marketing, advertising, and sponsoring. And there's also professional development and business education to help you stay on that cutting edge of your profession and career. So please take advantage of these benefits and many more by joining online at mwcoc.com or by calling the Chamber at 978-263-0010. Join today and start a trajectory to success in 2017. We will be back shortly with our next guest.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep
pedaling.
pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
We've been out in the field doing some brief interviews, and we'd like to share those with you. We were at Sunset Tiki Bar and Grill on August 30th for the Chamber's After Hours Networking event, and there we met with Stowe Custom Framers, the Healing Garden, and My Hometown Map. And also we were at a ribbon cutting at the Huntington Learning Center, so I hope you enjoy getting to meet more of our members. Hello, this is Kathleen McDonald, Executive Director of the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce, and we are at the wonderful Sunset Tiki Bar and Grill for our After Hours Business Networking, and I have a great friend and chamber member here, Jerry Saval, from My Hometown Map.
.com, right.
.com.
And what we do is we produce individual town maps sponsored by the Chamber. I've done one for Acton Boxborough. I'm doing a brand new one of Westford. They're mailed out to every homeowner in the community, and we also put the maps online, linked to the Chamber site, where advertisers get a listing, people click on it, their map pops up where they're located, then people click on the map, it goes right to their own website. I've done 45 of these and been very, very successful.
That's a great idea, and people really do take advantage of it. Right,
In fact,
great.
Some of the Chamber members, the ex-Chamber Executive Director, Sarah, got an ad as a Justice of the Peace, and she did a wedding from it. Wayside Kitchens in Littleton, another Chamber member, sold a $7,000 kitchen job from advertising in it. So, if anybody is interested, call My Hometown Map at 800-649-6277, or I have a direct line, 508-930-7065. And I want to thank Kathleen for giving me the opportunity to speak about my company. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Jerry, and I wish you much success in your business.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, we're back here at the Sunset Tiki Bar and Grill for our wonderful After Hours Business Networking. And I have a wonderful chamber member and friend with me, Nancy Bishop, Director of Development for the Virginia Thurston Healing Garden. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. This is a really nice event. As usual, you've done a great job.
Oh, well, thank you. We're so glad that you took the time out of your busy schedule to come. So tell us about the Healing Garden. It's such a beautiful and wonderful place.
Thank you so much. The Healing Garden's been around for 15 years. We've actually celebrated our 15th year. We are a cancer support center for people that have been affected by cancer, and we have a number of programs, expressive art therapies. We have different modalities that really help people continue to be a whole person while they're struggling with cancer.
That's so important, isn't it?
Wonderful person. You say I work there. I don't really work. It's a labor of love. I just love being a part of that community.
And we're so thrilled that the Healing Garden is a member of the Chamber and a very important member of our Chamber.
They are. Your chamber and the community members in your chamber have been very kind to the Healing Garden. We're doing a second annual Ride to Thrive on September 11th, and many of our chamber members are helping sponsor.
Oh,
It allows
so
us to continue.
wonderful.
It is so wonderful. It's great.
And you have something special in your hand.
I do. If you can see this, we are having the second annual Ride to Thrive cycling event. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is a metric, which is 66 miles, or a half metric, which is 33 miles. If you only want to ride 6 miles, come on down. And if you don't feel as though you want to ride, but you'd like to donate any amount, feel free to donate in any one of the cyclists' names, and that's ridetothrive.org.
Excellent. What a wonderful event
It's a
and what a wonderful organization. Thank you for coming tonight.
Well, thanks for having me. Good to see you. Thanks.
Hello, this is Kathleen McDonald, Executive Director of the Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce, this vibrant, dynamic chamber. And we're here with Steve Ziegler, the owner of Star Custom Framers in Stowe. Welcome.
Oh, yes, thank you. It's great to be here. It's a nice event, as always.
It is a wonderful event, and we've been blessed with beautiful weather here at the Sunset Tiki Bar and Grill, and wonderful, gracious hosts. And Steve, tell me, you've been a long-time member of the Chamber.
Yes.
You've been a member of the Board of Directors.
Yep.
You are involved very heavily as an ambassador to the Chamber, spreading the good news about our wonderful Chamber to the business community.
Yep.
Tell us, what are the benefits for your business as a Chamber member?
Well, the more people you can meet and the more people you get to associate with and get to know one another, those are all potential customers. So at the same time that I'm touting the Chamber, I'm also touting my own business, and it's worked very well. Most of my most loyal customers have all come from the Chamber.
And you know, you are a foundation of this chamber. You really are. You're one of the bedrock foundation members of our chamber, and we're so thankful for your business and for your commitment and support to the chamber. What do you see as the future for this chamber? Where do you see it going?
Oh, I think it's just going to continue to grow. I mean, you look at the area we're in, it's growing by leaps and bounds, and those are all potential new members and potential new customers. So I think the future for the chamber is very, very rosy. It's just going to have to worry, how are you going to handle it when it gets super huge?
A nice problem to have,
yeah,
right?
indeed.
Right? Yes, we have a region that's amazing. All of our towns are right along the 495 corridor, which in the next 20 years is scheduled to just balloon in terms of growth, and we're very strategically placed, and we have an opportunity before us that's amazing.
Well, you look at Littleton and Westford in particular, what's going on in those communities. Yeah, that's all future members, and hopefully future picture framers.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure having a chance to chat.
Well, thank you, because you do such a nice job with these events. You really do, and it's been a pleasure and fun to come to them.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Steve.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
So congratulations to Huntington Learning Center on 1 year of a new business reopening. And here's to much success and happiness to all of you and your staff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here we go. Yay! Woo! So we just want to learn a little bit more about Huntington Learning Center. You've both been owners for 1 year, is that right?
Yep, we've been owners for 1 year, but both of us have been with Huntington years previous to that as well.
And I understand, Jim, it's been since 2004 for you?
That is correct, yeah, and I've worked in, let's see, probably like 6 or 7 different centers, and this here in Acton is my favorite.
That's great. That's great. So tell us a little bit about your special plans for your growth and success here in Huntington Learning Center in Nagog Park in Acton.
Absolutely. So we really offer 3 different services here. We offer a skill building program, which is to help build up your general skills like math, reading, study skills, phonics. We offer subject tutoring, and we offer exam prep. We've really been working on growing our skill building services because when we do that, we try our best to partner with schools, partner with the community as we can to really just help students feel more comfortable in the classroom and to really gain any skills that they might have forgotten or missed along the way. When it comes to our exam prep program, again, we're trying our best to partner with schools, find ways to take our program, integrate with sports teams, try and help them do some fundraisers, give students the opportunity to come experience what it's like to take one of those big, scary tests, like the SAT, the ACT, even the SSAT, the ISEE, pretty much any acronym, you name it, we can help you with it. And so it's really about building those ties with the community and really letting them know what we can do for them and really elevating the level of education here.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And just like the Acton Chamber is a regional chamber serving 8 communities, I understand you serve many communities as well, Jim.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Acton, Littleton, and Harvard, and Concord, and Carlisle, and oh man, the list goes on and on. Westford, I hate to leave anyone out. Ayer, Groton. Wow, we get kids from all over. They travel like, we've had kids who travel an hour to be here because the parents know how much we can help their student. So
the families really value the services that you can offer their children. That's wonderful.
Right, and one of the things that really sets us apart from some other companies that might be in the area is that we're actually an accredited secondary supplemental school. So we hold an accreditation as a school. We have to go through the same process that all the public schools do to get that accreditation. So that means we're doing background checks on all our teachers so our parents know that this is a very safe place for their child. If you're in our skill building program, you're actually working with certified teachers.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
you know the level of education that you receive here is really the highest that can be provided.
Well, the Middlesex West Chamber is so thrilled to be part of this wonderful milestone celebration in this ribbon cutting and celebrating your first anniversary year after reopening, and we wish you much, much success in the future. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much, and we're excited to be working with you too.
Great. Thank you. I hope you can join Business Matters in January as we look forward to welcoming 3 more businesses who are chamber members: the Parents Estate Planning Law Firm, Enduring Home Services, and Habitat for Humanity of North Central Massachusetts. From all of us at Business Matters, we wish everyone in the Middlesex West community happy holidays. The Middlesex West Chamber of Commerce would like to acknowledge and thank our broadcast sponsors, Emerson Hospital and the Westford Regency Inn and Conference Center.